Me did young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for you, Pacuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Aye easy, aye convenient, aye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover aye map him. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka komo abusuya for Ghana fa na nyina. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfaako sika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota lapa se kosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So ukoton kwa dia enye bebia wo se utumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. Or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
So over the years, a team of pundits have been sitting on this platform talking about almost everything that we do here in our showbiz industry in Ghana. And if there is one name that we've mentioned over and over more than any other person, I'm sure it is the man on my left, that is Shatta Wale. And now that he's here, their concerns, their questions, everything they want to know, we are going to do that. So Kojokin is one of my panel members. You guys have seen him, you've known him for the years. And he is an event promoter, he's also a talent manager. And here on the show, he is to present his issues, his query, his questions to Shatta Wale. So Kojo, I present Shatta to you. In about 10 minutes, we are done.
Okay. One door. But why you call me IGP police? Togo IGP police.
Oh, no, you look like IGP. You look like policeman. Policeman, when you finish the course, you want to do entertainment. Yeah. I don't mind good.
It's because of the body.
Yeah, your body look like some, they're striking force moves on.
Yeah, me. Is actually a police officer.
But I did the family.
But I want army. It be army.
Oh, no, then you get that.
So I will do. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, we all know what Shatta Wale has done in the industry. In fact, most of we pundits, when we are on certain platforms, and we want to get examples of musicians who have impacted this change in their industry, is one person that we use as reference. And that is no doubt about it. Even his colleague musicians even make reference of the change he's made. Recently, Sarkodie mentioned that we cannot overrule the fact that Shatta Wale has caused a great impact in this industry. My question to him, there is one thing that I admire about him, as in the way he gets issues with some of his team members. Okay. And before he realized, he has made peace with them. I admire that spirit from him, because it is not anybody who can do that thing. He has issues, then he realized, okay, we are one people, then they come back. I've seen Deportee. He had issue with Deportee. He came back. Arabi, he came back, and I admire that about him. But I want to also ask, how are you able to do that thing, that you have issue with your brothers and later we find out that you have settled it amicably and they are back?
Well, me, I always have one direction, and I keep telling people that it's God. you know, because I believe we are sinners, and you know, anytime we even sin, we feel like we have sinned. If we pray to God, we believe He forgives us. You know? And I tell people like, silver and gold is not what we are here for. You know, we are all living by His grace. You understand me? So sometimes when people do that, I just want to forgive them. But I think in this world that we are living now, people are taking all those things for granted. You know, and I feel, you know, it's always in my heart to forgive. I can have a problem with you. I won't see you again, but I'm forgiving you. There are people who have called upon me and asked me if I, you know, still have a problem with Mr. So and so. I said, no, I'll forgive him long time. Because if I don't forgive, God will even open the doors I want Him to open for me. And forgiveness, I believe, like open like many doors for, you know, us. You know, so that's why I always forgive them.
But don't you fear maybe somebody going out, he was with you, going out and coming back? Don't you feel any threat?
No, this is not Iraq. Because me, you know, like me, my mind is even full of Iraq. You know, sometimes, like, you know, I know the Ghanaian mentality. Oh, baby, I show you. We're doing anymore. None of my boys, they are not serial killers.
Okay.
They don't have.
Okay, now I get the point.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. You know. Yes. I know. What people tell me a lot. You
Yeah.
know? For instance, let me just give you an example. You know, when Deportee came back the second time, we went to club. He knows. I was drinking whiskey and I gave it to him because I wanted to light my cigarette. And you know, some guy came to me and said, "Charlie, watch out! You see, right now he come or sometimes friends." I said, "Who was he?" Aunt. You know, he killed me. They don't have that mindset. Because they don't have that willpower to even kill a man.
Okay.
It's what you believe in that will affect you. You know, I see all my boys like my brothers. And sometimes when they mess up like that, I go like, but this is not a problem. We can sit down as brothers and talk about it. But where you direct it and you take it to is where, you know, because, but I will always forgive them. But some of them, I will forgive you from afar, but you're not going to still be in my life again. Because I know the ones that really want to
bring them
you know, be on this ship with me so we can dock well. Yeah.
That is great. And one thing...
Let me do this.
Okay.
How do you intend to settle your current issues with Deportee?
Oh no, like it's settled. You know, it's nothing that is me that I have to say. You know, I won't do this again because I went doing good and it became bad. You know, so it's a whole lot of issue. But I'll just say, sometimes we learn from our lessons. You know, and he can't be wherever and say whatever he's saying with pain. You understand me? Because I can't go and sit somewhere and, you know, people say, oh, Shatta Wale, you have media. But people know the sensible part of my side that keeps saying, I watch Sammy Flex, I like Sammy Flex, I put Sammy Flex on my... If I don't like media, that sensible part of me, that's why I always call this place as, you know, the University of Ghana music. But people won't get it until that revelation comes across. You know? So basically, I would say my heart is settled. You know, it's just that's what I'm saying. I won't do certain things anymore.
In fact, it's one of my humble requests to you. That as much as things might not be okay, you guys cease fire.
If we were boxers here, like we'll do it in the ring. He's not a DJ too.
One allegation that he put out was that after your court issue, you paid yourself or you took yourself out and you left them. Would you want to handle that?
You see, it's education and, you know, life. You know, I would say life. I don't know how to put it. Like, it's all about you seeing life in a certain direction.
Okay.
You know, when you have a certain mindset, when the wind comes, you won't still be happy because you feel it, or you felt it was supposed to be you. You get what I'm saying? We are all in a problem. I don't know what decision they took before he and my other two were like Ganji I was talking about and Nanado, but I don't know what came over them before they took a certain decision to be behaving in a certain way. You know, because it's a whole lot of process. You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to explain, but I don't know what even came over brothers. Joseph had that problem in the Bible. His brothers sold him out to some people. But what I just want to say is, what brought about that decision before, you know, you guys just decided like this? Because if you guys take a certain decision, I'll see it from that direction. And I also take a decision that maybe when I'm winning, you wouldn't be there to win because you feel you should be there to win. We're all in the court. I was going to the court to let the judge sentence me for my crime. I've made up my mind. Went there, they called all of us, raised my hand, said, I want to change my plea to not guilty to guilty. And just said, well, then let me read your, sentence, whatever to you. He read it, so beautiful. I want to bring that thing the judge said, and, God bless, that judge at the court there. I don't really remember his name so well, but he started, a statement with the On God lyrics.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Like, I was even crying, because he said a whole lot of things before.
Sorry.
Excuse me. He said a whole lot of things before he, like, gave me the final say that we're supposed to pay like a fine of 2,000 Ghana cedi and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that as I raised my hand, because they were in a different direction, they thought that I went to bail myself out. What if the judge has said, okay, what you have said will take you 10 years to prison, hard labor? Would they still be walking around and saying that?
Okay.
I raised my hand.
So they did not do that.
You did not do that. Because it's not, it's us. You understand me? But you people are taking decision for yourselves. So I've taken the decision upon myself that I'm going. When they sentence me for 10 years, you people will come and meet me because maybe they'll give me about 30. Yeah, because I sacrifice myself again in the court. But this is why I say people don't study what I do. So they always see it like, okay, let me just, and people don't also want to be creative and think smart. So they'll just jump into conclusion and now they're not Shatta. No, my nursery. What I even said could have sent us all to jail again. So what if we were in jail? Would you have still come out and tell people that I went there and I made them jailers again? You won't even have this explanation you are making. I took a decision. And if you were bold at that spot, and those are the things I tell them sometimes, that let us be bold, let us believe in what we are doing. So I mean, you have a beautiful team that believes in what you are doing. Exactly. And that is why I believe that I need to come here so that I'll be part of that success story. I didn't just come here because I want to be on TV. Hi. No. I'm not a makers artist.
Makers what? And what do we have Kaya do? I do. What do we have Kaya? Why is your mistake?
I'm joking. You can come up.
Yes. Metan, what for me? One thing I know is that you can dislike somebody's strategy, but you can't doubt their results. So there are certain things that when Shatta wants to achieve, he has his own way of doing that. And in the end, he's able to achieve the results, though we may not like his approach. For instance, me, I approach Shatta as two personalities. The Shatta Wale brand, you can't hate it, because when we talk about Shatta Wale, we are talking about music. But he has Chas, Niyama Mensah Jr., that one. You cannot like everything that he does. And for instance, me, the insult and other things, I don't like it. But the point is, if it is Shatta, I know it's about the music. Would there be a time that you stop insulting people coming live on Facebook and everybody, stuff like that?
There will only be a time if the industry understands that, this is a guy who has created an institution for himself. You see, right now, the industry, we need overhauling, greasing, washing. Yes, I mean, like, I can't lie to I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to you guys. Like, we have failed as an industry to look for a direction. That is our problem in the industry. Like, we have failed, like, as industry players, to look for a direction. And God has been so good to bring somebody that is putting up a strategy and a plan to execute something. It's one man alone, it's Shatta alone, and I don't put my songs on Peace FM, this FM. When I release song, I know I'm getting to some targets. Me, you know how I calculate my songs. Like when I release song and it goes on YouTube, I know, okay, 64,000, okay, maybe 1,000 go visit 2,000, say 1,000, okay, so 1,000, okay, so 1,000 go, okay, so okay, 50,000 is cool. I know 50,000 people can come and sing my song at the stadium.
Okay.
I know maybe 3,000 people can come to UK and come for my show. I know 2,000 is in America. I know 1,005 is in Canada. It's not anything. It's small. And that's why I keep making it. It might look small. It might look like, no, you need to get a label. But it's bringing me that results I want. Because little drops of water, they say, makes a mighty ocean. So I believe I have a direction that the industry should pay attention to. At least. I don't want any money from anybody, but all I'm saying is that we should just desist from saying, okay, Shatta, he likes insulting, and Shatta, he thrives on controversies. Shatta does this. No, like, I'm a normal human being. I'm just doing it with a plan. Because anytime I come on live and I come and talk about something, there is an issue. But our problem is that we don't go back to look for what brought the problem, why Shatta came online. We only talk about, for instance, I have a problem with Roland. So Roland, I was listening to you guys on the Akwaba UK stuff, and it was like, Shatta is the one that's been preaching about, say, what did me hoyao? Say, I've been preaching about, unity, let's support our own. Oh, you see talking here, you get traffic light. If you don't know, you might cross and just crack. Talking is like driving car.
It's difficult.
When you are talking, there's a red light somewhere. You need to hold on. Because what you are trying to talk about, it has let me say, was chassis like BBC and son of you didn't just wake up and Shatta, I don't have show in London, then maybe when I go Shatta could have gone to this. Oh no, I don't have show. But I'm saying if you had listened to the talking well, you know how to answer it like, okay, Shatta said he wanted to go and perform for free, right? Yeah. Full stop. He has supported enough. Enough! Like, don't even make the talking like, you want to make it look like, and sometimes when I hear stuff like that, it wants to make, I want to come online and just that, please. Is he talking? Yes, it's good. Like, hey, is it because talking like security men know they stand there? Like, sometimes I'm like, getting, like, people don't know how to talk. But some people can talk the talk and pass. Like, for instance, like, this Arnold, I have problem with him because sometimes when he's explaining, I go like, hey. And because me just Sammy, if I know how to talk like Arnold, the way I'll cut my English, every English I'll speak is money. But sometimes he talk, then he pass the money top, then he bend the money off for himself. Then he go this and that, if I talk. I just pass out there. And so the controversies and the
that's good. On that issue, what you raised right now. I was happy because back on the xylophone, we were complaining that...
This is the last question.
Okay.
Time.
Most of our...
I'm here for my team.
Sorry, I said.
They can wait.
Most of our event organizers were complaining that, especially the likes of you, Sir Cordier, Stoneboy, when they want to book them for events, the cost is so huge. And we believe when maybe you were also rising, they also gave you some platforms to elevate you to that level. So we were of the view that now we have to form partnership and also project Ghana music because our neighboring countries, most of the big events that they are organizing, we see a collaboration between them and their artists. So I was very happy when I heard that you wanted to perform on that platform for free. And even on Peace FM, I doubted it that the Shatta that I know will go for money. So I'm not sure Shatta until I heard on Hit FM that you actually spoke that you wanted to perform for free. Now, the news that we are hearing is that the demands that you put across, as in letting 4 of your people be there and also certain things that you needed. And the man was like, you demanded certain amounts because the 2 were unable to go. How true is that story?
Okay, so I've told you to do a flyer. Title it Akwaba UK in conjunction with Shatta Movement GOG Experience.
Okay.
6 months ago or whatever, 5 months. I spoke to you one-on-one. I saw a flyer with Akwaba UK party in the back, my Shatta Wale, and all that. This is not what we spoke about. Fast forward. Apart from the flyer, I told you that take visa for my team. You know, I have like a whole entourage, but you pleaded that, oh no, you wanted like, I should reduce. I said, okay, cool, we can make it 5. So you just take visas for them. And that's it. Don't pay me for the show. And I think I've tried. But this one, Napoleon, I took it to of GTV News, didn't do it.
Who is that?
You know Napoleon, I took it to
reporting for GTV News. Like,
that
that's why I say people see me like,
Napoleon, I took it to
reporting for GTV News. Champion guy, they forgive me my word.
Maybe now I don't know what.
No, I did that from my heart because that thing I was preaching about, I wanted to take it to London. So my colleagues can see that, no, Charlie, Sikano, the Yame, the Mayano, on now, and now what Yamia Mayano, yes, I mean, Yamia Mayan, and Yamia Mayan, and see, yeah, Sika, the uncle Pepe, or best see. Now it's time for us to get back to the promoters. And I want to do the same thing to people in Ghana here. I want to give, like, because where I've gotten to in my life, I won't say I'm over rich, but I mean, I'm okay. Like, if I get some coffee broke mine, some granite, like, I'm good. Like, hey, you know, like, people, some people see me and think maybe I'm eating jollof or something. No, me, I like a moise, watch us, those things. Because I don't even get them. Reason I see Alansa, I buy like 500 Ghana cedi. Alansa. Yeah, I said, hey. Then I'm staying in the room for long, go prisoner, you know. So I just opened my heart for this. And I believe, you know, him that not making that thing possible was when I told him that, okay, cool, I've given you the opportunity for you not to pay me. I've given you all these things for you to do. It's simple for a lawyer to even do it. So if you Dennis, you can't do it for me, then I think right now we have to go for a payment plan. Yes. And I want them to see now that I'm serious. Because first, Ghana man, we only say, oh, say free there's all there, go there's all but I'm pay video be there, man. No, don't see it like that. Okay. Whiskey, Davido, Benna Boy, wine. They have they are connected to their promoters.
Sure.
Oh, you know, say this show go do them now. No get money, but we go arrange them. Say they didn't do them. Benna, they understand because these are boys that grew up from that line of life. Nigerians, they are like business minded already. But our people here, I don't know how they. And see, Sammy, it's so sad. Of promoters that are outside there saying they are doing shows for Ghanaians. Yeah, because if you see the boys around whiskey them, these are young boys, like half boys that are in America, London, smart boys. When you see them, some of them, their hands only, you see, no, they are living because they know that this is a vision, it's a dream. That's how come today, Afrobeat is all over America. You are shopping in the mall and they are playing whiskey, they are playing Davido and go like, and Ghana artists, we are feeling it. But you see, that's what I'm saying. We have failed the system. Yeah, and we have to try and repair it. Because you see what Dennis did? He didn't try for Ghana music. All the crowd that came, the people traveled. Me, I have SM WhatsApp groups. People were in their vans coming to watch Shatta Wale. Now you go and paint a picture, then maybe some artists, junior artists will go and be there. Oh, this guy get crowd. Yes, this guy get crowd. You see that guy, you go and fail us somewhere. Because God knows and the crowd knows who they came for. Yeah, people like a whole lot of things are going around that show, and I really wish he could come out and say they are sorry and they want to pay me this time to come and perform, so we repair this. Otherwise, if he takes it like the way he has taken it, so I'll come back, you get good sex the way I'm in company.
All right, thank you so much.
I have a plea.
Okay, please.
It's not a question.
Make it simple, snappy.
Yes. I know you've been embarking on a lot of corporate social responsibilities. And there's this article that I wrote that I want some of our A-list artists to use their social media following to generate revenue to do certain things for their communities. And what I said was, for instance, you have over 3 million followers on IG. If let's go to Polygon, there is a school that is in a bad condition. Okay, my fans, let's contribute. Let's say every fan is contributing 1 cedi. We have 3 million Ghana cedis. So we build a school over there, then we name it Shatta Wale. These are things that when you do, you are helping your community and it will immortalize your achievements and your legacies. So once you are here, I want to put it across to you. Okay. It is not your money, let your fans. Recently you did it and people showed you love.
So I've saved 20,000 Ghana cedi down.
Okay.
You know, me and Sammy was speaking about either we're going to Anchor
Exactly.
or there are a whole lot of things like you're saying that we can do and help the society. And this you are saying, if I put it out there tomorrow for my fans, I know like people are saying tap tap. Me, you know, I went tap tap send for my program. Yeah. So I said, people are sending money from tap tap. So I said, hey, Charlie, and I didn't. It will real. That thing will real. So tap tap send before you even tap me.
Thank you so much, Kojo King, and I'm sure, like we have been doing, the next panel member also come through to ask the next question to Shatta Wale. Stay tuned. All right, so another face that you know on this platform, another face that you've been seeing, his name is Kosko Lee. He's a movie producer, he is a director, and of course, he has been acting. But remember that he's also started a YouTube channel that is so hot, Stalio TV. He has been firing back to back, back to back, back to back like that. I know he also has some questions for Shatta Wale. So now, Kosko, you are here. Shatta Wale, your question, and I'm sure your response will surely come.
Yeah, Papa. I mean, this is the first time, my first time of meeting Shatta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
You've been watching him online.
It's a huge privilege.
Yeah.
Shatta, there are so many news around Shatta. So let me put the question very simple. Like, is Shatta controversial?
No. I think a while ago that was what I was telling. With your king that. I think people are just, using the word, for the right word, I think, I'm only fighting for the right cause. I think I want a change, that's what I'm doing. But I believe people won't use those words controversial because, our industry, I would say, when there's a problem, we don't go and find out the cause of the problem. And recently, I heard somebody say in a program that said, "Yeah, with the man, no, I'm not sure." No, me the man, no. Who try no Sam? Say, "Try me here." Before the go, oh no, you know that? Oh, no.
He was supposed to do this.
Yes, people write stories because they feel that is. I write good essays. When I was in 7th grade, anybody can go there and go and ask my headmaster. Like, I was the first best student in 7th grade to write good essays. Like when it comes to essay writing.
Wow.
Yeah, because when you ask me about how you spend your holidays in Adan, the way I write it for you, you won't believe.
You're a story writer.
Yeah, I have a certain mindset. Maybe somebody might write. It's like, oh, when I started, my father took me in his car and we were going, and okay, I went to Adan and I was chilling with the big. No, I'll tell you about the air, the smell of the breeze. Yeah, the greens. When we talk about greens, the meanings of greens, I'll say a whole lot of things before I come to this whole thing happened when I went to I'll talk about things that you've not heard before. And I'm a different type of guy when I'm dealing with issues. So basically when people say I'm controversial, I go like, oh. So when everybody knew this dancehall thing, Shatta does it well. And this is an industry where we need to direct everybody into the right market and into the right source. Like, we can't take another plug and put it in another plug. Yeah, every socket has their mouth sets and everything. But if people don't appreciate me like that, oh, maybe say me near hip life, oh, say me a dancehall artist. And see, be assuming say, have fans, Sammy, see how the fans have gone now. They have gone into demons now. They are disrespecting, because they see I didn't know from my any from day one. Anybody move here, and I don't know Yamabi. Okay, forget that case. You move here, no Yamabi. That is what you can write about. You can write about the job that you are doing. That Shatta Wale, dancehall artist, has been blah blah from if I want that man and let's write a story as well. But when you only watch the things I put and you go and write about it, he's controversial because they didn't give the award to him. Oh, because they didn't give the award to him. No, you know that that I deserve that. That is what brings a problem. That anytime I deserve something and people want to fight me, that's when I go on social media and talk about it.
Okay, Shatta Wale is not an industry boy, as he said on God song. So what is the relationship with Shatta and the industry?
Okay, so Shatta is an institution, like the way the industry has taken itself to be an institution. I've been able to, find a path within the industry to get a land to create an institution, which I also call an industry. That's why I keep telling people it's Shatta music. It's not any other music. Like, it's Shatta music because the kind of songs and the ways I do it, I go all around the industry. I sing Manugo small, I sing highlight small, I can come and sing gospel small, I'll go and sing reggae small, I'll go and sing dancehall small. Like, I'm knocking every corner of the industry because I see opportunities that people don't see. For instance, I have a song, Maya, Atra. That song I wanted to give it to Sakode because I was like, but this one, it's like Sakode's album, but maybe if I go give it to him, tell him drop. But it's a hit for the fans.
Yeah.
You know, so I've created myself out of the industry. And that is where people should look at me and ask how I created it. Because it's so wonderful how, so that God gives us gifts and, you know, we don't see it. Like when Jesus Christ came, the disciples believed in him. Even though Judas sold him out, Jesus still loved him. You understand me? Because there was a course. There was something to be done for something to be completed. I'm not going to be crucified because I can't take nail in my hand to pay me. Like, no, I'm not going to be crucified like that. But all I'm saying is that I've gotten a direction for the industry that I believe that if the industry that they've created understand, because I've not seen anybody who has made it like me in the industry yet. The daddy numbers, the co-jointries, not with bragging rights, but the blessings that I'm seeing, like, it's so different. Like, I allowed myself for God to use me to be insulted and stoned and, you know, crucified and everything for me to come in here. I didn't know that if they insult, because those days, bandana time, when they insult me, the only newspaper, the man is I've been watching something, maybe somewhere, dancer, I say Shatta Wale, so I say, okay, so maybe let's try it. Because I can't listen to radio. The things they say about me, I go like, hey, no. You know, so basically, I'll just say, I'm saying I'm not an industry boy because, yes, I've grown from a boy to an institution. A man.
Okay, so...
Yeah, last question.
Last question.
Okay, two more. I'll give you two. I'll give you two.
My MP one.
With regards to the blessings, like you always talk about on social media and other places, is it because maybe the likes of the Lumba Kojenchi and the rest, they don't come out publicly to also show what they have? That's what makes you think maybe you are the most blessed artist in the industry.
Hey, you see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not using bragging rights. That Lumba Kojenchi, Amachi Didi, are the people I grew with. And Nana Champo. They've created a path for themselves, not from the industry. I'm very close to that Lumba. People don't know.
Really?
Yes, like sometimes it even calls me when I'm shy because I seem like my father. Like, you know, I cherish him so much. The first time he had a conversation with me, the only thing he told me that don't stop, Shatta, keep doing what you're doing. They used this, like what they are doing to you. They've done it to us before, and it delayed most of us. In fact, that Lumba told me point blank that if he dies, and I stop this thing, they will be full one samado.
Wow.
Yes. So it's something that I feel is right. I'm not Kojenchi. He spoke to me nicely. I see his mindset. Sometimes when they meet me, before they see that, no, shut down, like, because I'm too respectful for somebody to say I'm disrespecting. I'm only trying to tell people that, oh, you said we should build a house. We are all Masons. We are counting block. We are good. Somebody just came there, no, he brought fire service. They spray the thing, make the thing. Oh, Charlie, you go further. You come up for there. You know what? This is what is on right now. What is on? We are building a house. That's what I'm saying. People like Sako, there, Stone Boy, they can't. You see the things I'm saying? I'm too okay to come and be talking about this. Like, I should just keep quiet. But you see, it's what is leading me to do what I want to do. Because me from home, I told my dad I wanted to be a different musician in the country, like, you know. And my dad is so proud. I fought with my dad today. I was telling Captain, if he sees my dad, you should ask him the things I told him. It was painful, but I didn't tell him with disrespect, because God wouldn't have brought me here.
Yeah.
I told him things that was like from the heart, you know. And so basically, I'm not like putting any disrespect out there, but I'm just trying to let you know that all these people we are mentioning have these things in their hearts, and they want somebody to say it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Last or last
Yeah,
but
yeah,
one.
you can come through.
Last or last but one. So I know how to put the question. Okay, Shatta.
Shoot your shot.
Okay. What do you think the Nigerians are doing better than Ghanaians? What do you think they are doing better that we are not doing?
Because they are keeping the discipline, the hard work, and respect. Discipline, hard work, respect. That's how I put it. Because discipline comes with respect, though, but it's on its own for you to discipline yourself and know how to respect people. And when you add the hard work, it's done. And that's what Nigerians are doing. Me alone, if I smoke, Shatta, your shit too much. Somebody will just take it upon himself. Let me give you an example. Recently, I was watching you guys with Kevin Boy's story, and I was like, oh, artists are sorry. Or shaming. You don't know. Charlie, some musicians, we are in prison. Yeah. Sarkodie is in prison. Stonebwoy is in prison because the things we used to do, we can't do it anymore. We can't buy cocoa, we can't go to watch it, we can't go and sit at the park and watching football. Like, some things are hard for us. So, like that. He might wake up with his creative mind and he wants to be on, because he's feeling something. You don't know what he's feeling. They say, I thought he was coming to talk about. You thought he was coming to talk about what? Can't you respect him? That what he has done, Napoleon took it too. No, Napoleon, Charlie. Napoleon took it too. He tried for Ghana, but he said they didn't recognize that. So sometimes I feel that we should learn what the Nigerians are doing. They are giving respect to everybody. Davido does things. Wizkid does things. But they cover it. Wizkid has been in Ghana. Do you know how many things Wizkid has gone through in Ghana that we have covered it? But Nigerians, they don't think of the negatives. They are watching the positives. You know what I'm saying? So if we can learn to just have that discipline, hard work, and respect among us, we'll go far. Because maybe people tell me I don't respect, but I say, if I don't respect, how come if I go out, people are chasing my car, people like, are you like, the network is not clear. What's good? Okay. So
last question. Last question. Are you going to wake up one day to see Shatta Wale as musical president? If yes, what is Shatta going to change on the first day as musical president?
Now, if I tell them, don't even vote for me now.
Okay, then exempt the last question, then answer the first one.
No, it will be a beautiful plan, if people understand that there should be a direction to our music and they would want to make me a leader of it. I wouldn't say no, because it's my dream. Because sometimes I can wake up, my whole house will be cold. I'm like, hey, it's in my tosano. I'm too okay to even be complaining, but I don't know why I still complain. I don't know, why I still.
You can't sit down.
Yeah, I can't sit down and watch the thing fall, because it has to get to a time that when they say, oh, Costco's channel is celebrating 5-year anniversary. Samia Toka, Ribi, Sisoma. The life needs to go on. See Nigerian Big Brother people go to if they come, people give them house, cars. They understand. They don't say Ghana Ghana they will like that thing. And then we all call on naked, and I will be giving all those things. We should take them out. We are disrespecting the arts. We should understand that these are actors. Reason I was telling somebody that when people say Shatta, so when will you stop insulting? I said, if you see Rambo, ask him that when will you be holding gun? Me Gina, my will be when will you stop insulting? I said, oh, brother, Rambo has been acting movie. He's been holding gun. Americans have not said the guy is too criminal. But Ghana, that mindset, and it's not our fault. It's how we grew up. It's very sad, but I believe we will have a change of mind. So.
All right, thank you so much, Koskoli, for having your time with Shatta Wale. I'm surely introducing the next panel member so he can also shoot his shot, and Shatta will surely respond. Stay put, I'll be back. Okay, so he is one of your favorites. I know so many people love him on Showbiz Daily, Sammy Flex TV. And now that we are doing Showbiz Daily, that is with the Shatta Wale's edition. It is his time to ask his questions. You can ask him or you can call him in Team Dodo Solomon, aka HMO. He is our online manager here, digital expert. And anytime you need anything done for you, online, streaming, YouTube, everywhere, this is the man for it. Chamo, I present to you, Shatta, your questions. Then.
Me, I'm for life.
For life is for life.
I know.
How I got to know about you, it wasn't about your music. It was about a story I heard about you. There was one corporate guy, corporate. And then he said, I like Shatta Wale. And the reason is that I heard that he was doing the music, calling himself Bandana, but he saw that he can't, I mean, win the way the things are going. So he stopped and went to Jamaica to learn music. To learn music, and then came back and he's just releasing hit after hit after hit. That's why he loves you.
Wow.
And I was like, how can somebody do this? I mean, how were you so sure that after 10 years you will come back and even give hits? Well, later I found out that that's not entirely true. Yes, but my thing is, you still have to tell your story. So there should be a documentary or something telling your story. So my question is, I mean, if you can tell us a little bit about what happened at the time that you were, I'm sure now that you were still doing your music all right, but you were not getting the hit until the Shatta Wale. Yeah. So, like, what were you doing at the time that you stopped, or you were doing your thing, just struggling to come back?
The Blue Lagoon days.
Yes.
You know, so briefly, I would say I was just learning how to play beats in the room for like 5 years.
Wow.
You know, because like I was telling Costco a while ago, it got to a time that I couldn't go out because I was shy. Bandana. I was trying to get money, and people started telling me I disrespect and stuff like that. So shows stopped coming. Nobody was linking me again. Like everything small. Like, you know, my record label, I didn't want to work with them again. You know, that's why I have that problem with Mark. Mark said I wasn't selling CDs, and my cassettes weren't going anywhere. So it took me to like a whole cold room, I would say. And it was always dark for me, you know, because I didn't have TV by then. So the only thing I had was my computer. You know, so I was always like playing beats. And so I stayed in a room. Not that I didn't go out. I used to go out, but if I have to go out, it's like night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Because I didn't want people to see me. Because people knew Bandana on TV. So it was like a whole suffering thing for me. Because sometimes I can hear TV, they are giving news, and I don't have TV. And I'm like, hey, Charlie, come on. Because 1 CD, 2 CD was a problem for me. Because me, nigga has been stubborn, me free fee, my catcher and papa said, so I was going through a whole lot. But those times, or what was keeping me was the music. You know, anytime I want to play music, anytime, you know, and it was just getting to me like that. And one time, the song that I think God told me that release the song, no, just try.
Okay.
Was Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Yeah. And I was that time. Then I was come here. I'd come to Santa Maria. Yeah, because my uncle came to where I was staying. One of my mother's brothers, and he was like, he doesn't like where I'm staying. Yeah, I should come to his place at Sotum, you know. So I came to stay. So Sotum was where I played Anastasia.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. So it was a whole like dark, cold place for me. You know, like that's why I wanted to say I wanted to share it because nobody has even asked me this question before. Like, how did I do it?
Times, no one's asking
when you were there, like
so I spent 6 or 7 years at Sakaman. Came to Sotum like 3 years. You know, later, you know, problem, I had to move and go and stay with mom. It was all dark. You know, it was all dark. But what was keeping me going was my computer, the mouse, the speaker, you know, and nobody taught me how to do that too. That was strange too.
wow.
So I had to connect, you know, a speaker to my computer, you know, find the software. So I had to do all those things myself because Sugartone was also telling me, like, you know, my songs were getting missing on his computers. And I was like, no, I recorded some nice songs yesterday. So it was always dark for me. So it was a journey for me. So people that thought I went to Jamaica weren't seeing me.
Yeah.
So they thought that maybe Matukwan and Marcos
baby.
because when I was learning, I was having like more Jamaican books, you know.
Yeah.
Like I had Rasta people that I was learning all those things from.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I was playing not in the mainstream now, but with the Rastas in the corner, you know, playing some reggae shows. Sometimes I go and meet there, you know, shut there. People don't know. Like I go to places and people don't know.
That's when you're in those camouflage.
So let me tell you one strange story. So I one time got a friend's car and I was driving around Circle. And that same period, I saw this nice girl at Vienna. I saw girls in Vienna. I said, the girl fight too much. So I don't get money too. So I think I can go beach or I go tell her, see me, and they like her. You know, so because I feel say it work. So if you get some more money and this sort, because that day my friend gave me the car, I was like, no, at all costs I need to find some girl or somebody to do. So as I got her, you know, see the girl, you know, say bandana. That girl too watched me for like within that 10 years. She watched me for like 1.5 years.
Wow.
Taking me from ghetto to ghetto. She was doing business in front of me. So that boy, I get hard heart. Me, I deal with woman where it work, where maybe junior patrol, many people. Yeah, so I get hard heart.
No, that's why they lie.
No, it's true. No, and those things, I believe God took me
We're in
through.
the same room.
Yeah.
Someone will come.
Then I have to get out, take smoke outside. Then I'll be hearing like, the first 3 days. The first 3 days I couldn't.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, the first 3 days I couldn't.
No.
Because the girl find too much. And they say, like, actually, hey, this one if I get money, like I for marry her. But it was what she loved, like it was a job. So I think God was building me. So after like a week or two, I became used to. Now people come, like, she brings the money to me and remember, so now I be hearing the noise and it be normal for me, like, oh, yeah, like somebody record Baba Sadiq bounce away, they stand there. And they wait for me to finish. So that is what I think gave me that strong heart. That when people are when somebody is insulting me, I see like, like what I've gone through my heart, like you don't know, like you can't take it. Like when God gives you, that's why some men, I see people who have problem with their women and stuff. Go like, no, we won't do that. It's happening somewhere. Somebody is standing for it. But and the girl really supported me, and I don't know where she is right now, but kudos to her, man.
Yeah. Nice story. I mean, this is so interesting, and I think some people will also want to hear it.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I don't have money like that, but this one they have to listen.
You don't have my own advice.
But this one, dear, this advice they have to take, even though I don't have money like that. Yeah. So I think we should do a documentary about you, your life, not just the music
This thing
part.
is really on your heart.
Yeah, it's on my heart. Like sometimes when I'm there, it will just be ringing in my head, like that. So I'm advising
The
you.
Shatta story.
Yeah, the Shatta story. I mean, from.
I have a song for it, so it's
Yeah.
I would really want. No, we can decide. This is my family, so we can decide.
Yeah. We have to,
Yes,
and it will go beyond even our generation. Like there will be a time that somebody will want to tell your story, and will just slot in the video or the documentary for people to watch, to tell your story, because it's a story that will make you want to work hard and also be successful, regardless of the business that you are doing, not just for music. Yeah.
And be
So
strong in God too.
yeah, for sure. So my last question, I won't take long. The On God song. I have a feeling that we have something to do with it. The panelists here.
The panel members.
Yes.
Okay.
Because after I think we did the show, and then some of us said a lot of things, and then you came to respond to us some of the things that we were saying. And then the week later, then you drop on God. Then I had a feeling, based on the things in the song, I was like, nah, this thing, I think we pushed him to get this one for us. So I want to know if the feeling that I'm having is true or not.
That's why you are my chemo. I don't watch any entertainment platform than this.
Yeah.
Because I see this as legit. Most of the youths, have not grown to know Sammy Flex's newspaper and stuff like that. Like, they will know that you were all for the industry from the beginning. I would maybe 80% say I was constantly like watching your programs when I was in the States, and I think it was one of those things I watched here that pushed me, because I was like, oh, no, but what they are saying, like, no, I'm on a different path and I'm in a different world. Like, don't they see me like I'm here? Like, why are they doing a thing like, and you are comparing Black Sharif and like I'm going like, no, but compare him to Sarkodie here. Hey, because they are rappers. You know what I mean? Recently, DJ Khaled has even posted him and hey, rappers, what are you doing? I'm not in that world, because me, I walk around your worlds. Like, I go to hip hop small, I go to high life small, I walk around your worlds. Like, me, I'm just like a caliber. Qualify music. If I get it, okay, I will thank you because maybe he promised I play something small, but I will not there. If I can say maybe Kili has played, that's how I moved in my inner. So I didn't understand it. Like it was touch, and I swear, like it was from 25 to 30 minutes that I used to create on God beats and the lyrics. Or I was singing, and you see the place I was saying.
This beat a player. And we said on our show that the guy who was playing the beat, the guy called the beat, you have to involve him again.
Yeah, you understand me? So
no, the maker.
The maker.
You know, the inspiration was so hard that, you know, on God, I never found like any place that I was fumbling with the lyrics. It was just coming. 10 million lashes, another guy, 10 years, where it was just kind of like I was saying the thing, and after I finished, around 2:33 a.m. And something, you see, in America I went to be, I always hear like, or see myself with somebody, but I didn't know. You know when my girl had the issue with me, I was alone and I was like, God, do you want me to be alone? That's why you made this happen. And I was hearing like, yes, I want you to learn how to be on your own. So I learned how to be on my own officially when I was in America. That's why this time if I come, I want to go and buy food myself. I don't want to feel after stage. Sorry, the way somebody would think that we're down for it, the way I'm more about one child, more koi, when I go and people want to, hey, Shatta Wale, I like it like that. So something was speaking to me all along, and the song came like that, like bam, bam, bam. The song, I stood back and I was like, hey, what am I even saying? Like I said, all with confidence, you know, and the passion and the cry, the wailing in the song made it go where it went to. And I think what you have said is true, and I need to buy you Fanta for this. Somebody I will buy Fanta for this.
Thanks. Okay. I think so far so good. I'm okay.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah. I think I'm okay with the questions, and yeah, it's cool.
All right, so special thanks to Intim Dodu Solomon Chemo for coming through with his questions. Now it is time for us to do another guy that I know you love so much. He is also an event person, and he is about to also ask his question. Roland Amate, I present to you Shatta Wale, your questions and his responses.
No, me myself, I get question.
You get question for okay, ask him first.
So, bro, I was watching you on your other edition, and you were like, I didn't try for the party in the park in the UK because I spoke about, you know, support your industry and our own, and I should have taken into consideration of all the things I said, you know, and I was telling
Kojo King
a while ago that yes, we make statements, but sometimes I want us to understand that, like, talking to, we get traffic lights. Yeah, Sammy.
Talking again.
You see, what I just want to say is that this was a show that I wanted to go and perform for free. Yeah. There should be a red news stop there.
Because the free does it.
Because the free does it all. Like, I've supported, like, what I ever said in my, you know, state of industry address. That is what I've done. I said free. So if I say, oh, well, I want to come to your party for free, but please, come and pick me with a car. That's all I want. And you don't bring the car. And maybe I'm there, you come and tell me we should walk and come.
How do you expect me to come?
Like, I'll see you somewhere because we already agreed on it. So you see, that's where my problem is so nice,
I think you've given a very good explanation to it, because yes, like you said, there are so many things that we can say. But when it gets to the point of taking action, sometimes you get there and you realize, okay, I wanted this blue something, but when we got there, it wasn't as blue as I saw it in the house. And I think you've given. But still, obviously, well, I know you are a top dog in this game. And over the years, last Sunday, we were having a Twitter space and with some of your fan base leaders. And I was telling them that if not for something, we shouldn't even pitch you with the likes of Wizkid, Davido, Dems. Because when it comes to even experience in the industry, it is not a decade. It is not 2 decades. You've gone and come back. And it is a decade comeback.
So we should have even pitched you with the likes of Movado, the Morgan Heritage.
No,
them.
I said me and Michael Jackson. they are my people.
Yeah, that's it. But one thing that I want to ask is that, let me do this before I go international. Okay. Your local one has to do with your close circles. Do you think the recent happenings poses a threat to security in your camp?
Yes, security, number one, because they know how security conscious I am. Okay, so like I was saying, like so security cautious because I feel that is how I grew up. My dad, Shatta Wale himself, like is always on his security mode. You understand? Because he always wants to make sure like everything is right. We are not perfect people, but sometimes, like the way Kojo King was saying from the beginning, the way our elderly think, all those things. I'm so careful about those things. That is why I told you that I spent some time in America because God wanted me to study how to be alone and on my own. I have people at restaurants that anytime I go, they love me and they want to serve me much more better than the people around me. Because if people are behaving like this, then your food, water, bathing, even the house itself is not safe for you. And that's why I have like security guards in my house, like constantly 247. They are there. And, it's just that I have learned something in life that, I took up friends to show them how to make money. I work with them, I make money like every day in front of them. I tell them, you two can go here. Some of them have not even been to the schools that, I give them heads to, run. But I tell you, maybe you are branch manager, you are the PR, you are the PA. Google, I tell them, go on Google, learn who a PA is and stuff. They don't do it. So I believe they are seeing me as a friend, but they are not seeing the institution I built.
Okay.
Because I've moved with them and I won't lie to you, I've done so much well when it comes to, things like assets. You know what I mean? Like, and it keeps coming. Sometimes people even dash me a car that I don't even want. People do things for me and change that mindset of seeing me as a friend or as that Nima boy was. Because already it seems like, you are the buy you and go every time. All those things has to change. Because the moment Sammy Flex says, oh, bro, Reagan, very much, you come around, let's do, this. The mindset should change. He has an idea and a vision that we need to follow.
We need to win together.
Yeah, we need to win together.
Okay, so now let me go international with you. When the year begins, obviously we see our competitors from other countries giving us a tour list of events, tours and other stuff. And these are not just tours that they go into clubs to play or just some small community gatherings. These are tours with huge numbers and huge influence. But hardly do we see something like that from you. The last time I saw that, I think I was very impressed, was last year. When, in fact, it was even like internal. That is, you lined up shows after the Deeper Than Blood. That was the Deeper Than Blood tour. So when are we going to see that with Shatta Wale? That one of these years we wake up and January, Shatta Wale has a tour list of events, and it shouldn't be international because Ghana, they finish up. Now it has to do with, okay, Shatta Wale in Europe, from there he is going to America, from there he's going to Asia and stuff. When are we going to see that?
In Ghana, they are not finish up because in Ghana, we are they make money from. In Ghana, they are, are not finish up. But I was saying something to, I think, Costco and Chemo a while ago and Kojo King that, you see, when the industry starts looking at the direction of where we want to go and builds that discipline, hard work and respect, I can go to all these places. Sometimes when people call me for tours, I don't go. Why? Because the people that are doing the tours are one-man soldier tour people. You understand me? Things are happening. Like you see artists flying to whatever. The only time I'm working with a company that is huge, that I'm going to be on a festival, is this 13th August. I've never had like such a booking before, because those times that I came out, the bookings come out, and when they come, 3,000, 4,000, 3,000, 4,000, like sit in flights. 11 hours, $4,000. And coming first and first, $4,000. Oh, okay, some friends don't get the bammy, no only a mon party of Fina. Then met to me, 4.
You go stand there.
I will stand the house in front before the ziggies. I come for the home. I will break the house. Make some friends have beef with me. Now yes, I mean, I think of all those things. Sometimes people say, "Oh no, but it's a platform. It's for you to,
Expose
yourself." I understand all those things. Today I wrote something on my Facebook. Anytime I post about Shaxi, you don't do marketing, you don't do. I understand, but it's not everybody's strategy that works. Like for him, then you go and follow. Then it will work for you. Maybe 30 people they follow some plan. They work for them. Then you go and follow. I keep saying that if anybody in the industry has really listened to me, they'll be bold like the way I'm bold. Not that I have too much money, but I am too okay. You understand me? And I want everybody to be okay like that. But I wonder why they don't get that side of me, all because there's been a picture that is being painted. Like, there's this wall that everybody goes there and the picture is black. And nobody is even telling him or herself that, Charlie, Sammy, we got your wall nature. In their picture, no wall. Oh, Sammy, move show. At the end of gold, diamond is there. But people, because of the way they painted the wall for the people even come and pay to go on the controversial, no young for Simon. It's just the smart ones. And I'll say, God bless the promoter that has been putting me on bill. And now even his chiefs that are calling me, voter region, chief, chief, this one chief. Oh, it's the chiefs that are calling because they see that they can't bring Shatta to our town. Then it has to go to the chiefs. It will get to a level, it will be president, Iraq president, Afghanistan president. Shatta we have to start respecting, disciplining ourselves, and working hard. So Shatta can get on this platform. Otherwise, you see the whiskies filling in the 20,000s. And Nigerians have painted whiskies and the Davidos and one as angels for us. They don't sin. You never see whiskey on Facebook Live saying, "Hi, I'm going to buy them." Why? Because they have given him a certain amount of respect in the industry. Whiskey didn't start like me. The way I started, I came in streets. When I started Banana from Ghana, I wanted to, because me, Banana from Ghana, I wanted to buy like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti. I was like, hey, because it's not like that. I won't show $100. It wasn't like that. So I started on a rough note because the industry wasn't structured when I started. But if we can learn from what the Nigerians are doing and check the discipline they are giving to that, we like talking about the artists too much. We need to just allow them, like you leave a balloon on a sea, let it feel free and go where it wants to go. You will get a result. But most of the artists are even singing with humility. You should see this song go hit. Beyonce can sing and tell you, this is my album, it's gonna be the number one on the planet. And go do boom, you go do number one. Lil Wayne, I got it for every shot, number one. Excuse me, but we are not giving ourselves that opportunity. You understand me? Like, okay, can we stop discussing this side of the artist and start watching this side? We are not finding the direction. So I beg, if we can get those things, we can get the music.
Okay, maybe a final shoot before you leave.
I want him to make me a promise. I said this last year to him and I've not seen it. I am talking about the Stadium 360 show.
I think maybe this December we can make it up.
Oh, so we're going to have another show this December. Yeah, another stadium show.
Yeah, this December. I'm trying to. I don't want to disclose the Jew.
Oh, maybe some GOG party.
Because I have some hints about how he wants to activate the GOG. That's why I want to ask if he's going to do the stadium show.
Now I have no doubt. I know you people are always on my neck, but what I just say is that that is the plan now. Because this year, God being so good, GOG is gonna, be born, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's just that I'm waiting for something that can also benefit the industry too as well.
Okay.
You know,
So that concert we experienced last year, we're going to have it again.
yeah, like December.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the 360 one.
Yeah.
The Rain album
I
took
want
3
that.
years.
Yeah.
GOG has also taken 3 years.
Yes.
see.
It's for life. It's for life. It's for life.
Roland Amate for you. Now, I'll be introducing the next guest to also have a one-on-one with Shatta Wale. Thanks so much, Roland, for coming through. Let me go on to the next person. All right, so if there is one person whose name is similar to Shatta Wale's activities, I'm sure it will be this gentleman here. He is the beef god. Beef Nation President Nana Reagan. He is also a publicist, a journalist, and a talent manager as well. So right here, it is his time to also put his questions to man like Shatta Wale. Beef Nation, I present to you Shatta Wale.
Bad man.
Respect.
First of all, because of my personal concern about artists and their career, the success and all of that, I want to ask you questions on your royalties. The last royalties that was distributed, I know you were part of the artists that received the highest amount. So, did you seek for a breakdown of the royalties, how it came and how they accumulated those funds for you?
Okay, don't worry. I think I need to ask Shatta Kapo for that because I asked him to take care of that. But I've not really checked because, then the GRA too was on my neck too. So I asked him to use that money to, sort that side too out for me. Because I asked him to sort that out for me. So I think I need to check on that documentation.
Okay. I'm really asking about that because I wish that artists of your caliber can push that agenda for Gamro to give us that data, the breakdown. We know that, okay, this amount is coming from here, so that it will be very transparent.
With them, because of the way things are going, I don't think they can really bring out that data. That's why I'm saying we need a shaping, technology in this industry because we have a whole lot of things to fix, because Gamo would you can tell them, but I don't think they can really pull that out. Because what I heard, back in the days and the years were like, even if Reagan you get your money, they will share them they will break them, share them to other people. And, those sharing to other people, is like illegal business, But I know they are trying to make sure everybody gets something to eat, but we need to.
That is not how the system is supposed to work.
You understand me? So I think it will be a big problem for them to bring that. But I'll ask Shatta Kapo.
Okay. All right. So my next question will be on the Shatta Wale as a personality. How you personally you address issues and how people react to it. Personally, I have raised red flags on how sometimes you address some of the issues, but in the long run, it gives us results. Would you encourage artists to address issues same way?
You see, there's a good question, and I wouldn't say same way, but I'll just say be yourself. We are humans. Once in a while, when a door locks your hand, the way you scream is your voice tone that say, "No, could you there?" Me, maybe I was good. Yes, what I'm saying. I want people to be themselves. Me, I know what I want. I know that I want to buy a yacht. I want to live some life. So I'm following the life of a yacht or a yachtsman's life to get to where I want to get to because I have dreams. I want to see Reagan celebrate his birthday and buy him a Rolls Royce. I feel like, that's my nigga. I want to live a certain life. So when I see a problem, I will approach it the way the problem came to me. For instance, when I sit, I was telling the team a while ago that when I sit and I hear people say it's controversial, I say, why do people use this English word? Like, you've used it for years and I'm still making it in the industry. Like, I meet people who see me not a controversial person, but constantly when you use it, I see like, oh, are you not getting my direction? People have not spoken for years. Like, musicians have been like cemeteries for the industry. Like, they don't speak. You understand me? And I have seen it upon myself that, okay, no, let me just speak the way I feel like speaking. And when I'm speaking, people listen to my speaking and watch the way I speak. And they don't go and find out what happened to me before I'm speaking. Me say, Donna. I feel. But I can't talk because so sometimes that's what
that pain that enters your
sometimes you wish say you don't even wake up that day. You know. So I use people will say it's emotional, but everybody has that feeling in them.
Of course. Everybody is emotional.
But you see, in the world we are living currently today, people want to follow the norms of life, like the way mankind has created life. But God has given us that power to express ourselves, to make sure that anything you want, God has given the world to us. Like he said, for God so loved the world, he gave to his only begotten Son. Whoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. The everlasting life comes with silver, diamond, gold, good life, happiness, and great kings have lived that life before. But you see, nobody can be like Shatta Wale, but you can only be yourself when you see the problem and you want to address it. Some people want to address the problem like the way GTV will address their problem. There are musicians right now who are addressing problems like the way GFA is addressing. They go and work at football. Because it's only GFA that they will say they gave the players $250 million and now they come and write press statement and they have money. We where we are, I mean, we don't have money. Yeah. What you are even writing the big English, somebody says yes, because where we are, there's no money there. Yeah. But when GFA write that thing, people take it serious. Yeah. Because there's money involved, something is going on. Even that press release that they released me, the paper they used to print, they said they bought it 10 million Ghana cedi. Yeah. The paper. So how much money typewriter that print? Things are going on, business is going on. So may I just say people should just understand me from my direction of life. I'm not disrespecting anybody, but I believe I've been myself, and that is what people should understand. Sometimes people see me in real life and they say, well, Shatta, you are different, you know, when you're on social media, you look like ugly. I say, yes, when I'm on social media, I'm playing and singing a role, Rambo. Hey, how for social media is me, this is me, you know, so I'm myself off social media, you know, more of myself, but when I'm on social media, I want to be that extra thing that I want people to get. You know, I can sit down, we are all in Ghana, see the way I wore tie, sat down in my office, state of industry and like Gifty Auntie. Hello, fellow Ghanaians. My Ghana people. Somebody said what I'm saying, or sense no this. Where's the PG? Come in here. I hope Beef Nation, we don't like this. Beef Nation, no, the woman food. You know, so basically, I think people should just understand that it's not disrespect, but it's me being myself. And you know, we should. That's what I'm saying. If we understand me from that side, you will know that I'm giving that respect to the industry for us to get something solved. And I'm not disrespecting anybody. Sometimes when I even come and say, the media, they don't. This is the media. Yeah. This is a great platform for me. I'm so cool with Sammy Flex that Sammy Flex will know that when I'm talking about the media, is where maybe that information came from. Yeah. You know, so basically, that's it.
Okay, so the another thing is that we know, or we all admit that there are a lot of problems in our industry. Like you were saying, there's no money. We want to do things right and make sure that there's money, and then the food chain, everybody will be okay. Now, sometimes when we organize programs, because I know that the first step of solving our problem is acquiring knowledge. When we organize programs like summit, workshop, we don't find some of our top celebrities leading some of this agenda. Why is it like that? You see that, let's say, Artwork or Gamro or let's say Musica or even Chatter House will organize a workshop, summit, forum. The top celebrities like Sarkodie, Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, they will all not be seen in action. Why is it like that? Is it that it is the way they organize it is not attractive enough to attract your brands, or how is it?
Okay, for me, I want to just maybe apologize for all those things that I'm not being to, because what I keep talking about is a solution to the problems. You know, but as you can see, my current situation, I have another set of friends that are the third batch of the students who have passed through my beef meant they beef the job where they go around. So ask yourself, how can such a team get me an information like that? You know, so sometimes I want to support, I want to be part of certain forums, certain summits, but it's because one, I know I've been sidelined by a whole lot of people, you know, in terms of the higher space of people who think they are running the industry. But I'm living my artistic life in another world that they don't have an idea about, in terms of like the internet. Like, it's really pushing me so hard. So basically, when things of this nature are coming up, I believe an official, you know, that's what I'm saying, the respect to this. You understand me? Let's forget about how Shatta Wale talks. Let's forget about how he comes to sit down and he's off his shirt. And I'm a normal human being like you. You take off your shirt. But me, when I take and I'm wearing the shirt and all that, and now, no, more Range Rovers for what am I? Yeah. And yeah, see those things, when I say like, people see like that, but I don't know how it came about. Yeah. Sometimes I sit there and like my house, I'm saying, if I watch the price more, I say, hey, wow. Like, I didn't know how I did it, but you see, I think I followed the course. Yeah. You know, so I want people to just get that idea of that when we respect the artist in his world, all these summits, forums, I'm going to be there. Yeah. Yes, oh, let's go give Shatta. I can't be oh, they say it be Shatta house. Charlie, this is the big thing, and this thing, you need your speech. I'll see them like, wow, hey. So, you know, I'm trying 5 hours. Because maybe the boss say, if Shatta doesn't get it, please don't. It's not money, but the knowledge you are going to share will help Shatta House, the industry, everybody, the next generation. But, so I like what you're saying. Maybe I think now people should just know that. At least, okay, if they want to get me, at least direct to you guys, you know, because you guys have been supported to my team.
Okay, my next thing will be on artists and how they rate themselves. Okay. Like, today, an artist will come up, they will get one hit, and then maybe what they say Shatta Wale charge £50,000 and now $1 million. No, so I started talking. Me say, oh friend, I made you $1 million. Like, what advice will you give to such young artists?
Well, I tell them, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know, and little drops of water, they say, makes a mighty ocean, you know. Patience, they say, is always the key to success. You understand me? So, most of them, like I think I was telling Chemo a while ago, or, you know, Kojo King a while ago, that they should watch me. I'm there to advise. Like, I'm there to teach them. I know most of the young artists are seeing me like a new artist, because the way God has done me, I don't understand. Like, man who have classes,
always with them.
Yeah, like I'm always like, yeah. So like, some 17-year-old boy. So I'll just say, if they need advice, they should come to me. Okay. If they go by that line of life, I always thank God that He didn't give me the money I needed at the bandana stage. I would have been maybe a fucked up somebody right now.
Or you might not even be alive now.
Yes, because the way I'll see the money, the way what I will do, because those times, one thing I wanted to build there, it was in my eye like this. Yeah. I wanted to buy Tuareg, you know, but God put me through a process. We should learn how to support the industry. A new artist should know that he's new, and there's a way to start this thing. But if you are watching Shatta Wale, I've been in the game for 10 years, went back down for whatever, came back, and now this is my like 16th or 17th year or something. I think I need to do a 20th anniversary.
Yeah, very important.
Yes, because I'm charging that because I have been humiliated, I have been abused, I've been used. I've been through a whole lot. All the artists that are online right now, they are not suffering. So if they have an opportunity to be on a platform, that is where they need to think about support. That, okay, Master T, okay, cool. Some of them, maybe your budget that you used to come out, if they calculate at 30,000. Then right now, Reagan will do a show and wants to call you. They want to say, 150,000. And someone give for no bonus. You go chop one, and you go chop two, and you go chop three, and you go chop. So what you are saying makes so much sense. But that's what I'm saying. The education around Shatta and the industry is always looking like the Shatta do a pesca or Shatta there, you know, the way he charges and stuff like that. But the youth will also learn that way because they feel, the person Shatta say now, by not thinking that, no, but I'm not on the same level with Shatta. Shatta started before he got here. So I think that education should be more, like, and I like this, like, we should be talking about these things more to the upcoming ones, for them to know that it's about support. Then you grow. When a child wants to crawl, they hold him like this, that's support. when it grows, they leave him. That's when we're going to man more girl.
Okay, finally, let me just wrap this one in one
Why you
question.
doing definition?
Oh,
This is a family.
bad man. So I just want to ask that I want you to first of all predict, let's say in the next 10, 20 years to come, if truly Shatta is retiring from music, like you mentioned some time ago, if you have retired and you're at home, which artists can you predict that, okay, these people are going to be like the Shatta Wale, the Sarkodie, the Stonebwoy, and they are going to carry on the mantle where we stop, they are going to carry it to the world. Like, just predict, like, give me like 4.
Like artists who are existing right now.
Yeah, the new crop of the artists that are
the new
coming,
crop
like,
of artists,
which can, I mean, become the Shatta Wale in the future, the Sarkodie in the future, the Sammy in the future.
Okay. We don't have them now. Do you know why we don't have them now? Because the new ones that are on board right now, they are following the same mistakes that many have done.
Okay.
I'm seeing a whole lot of things and I'm saying like, no. Like for instance, when I heard Black Cherry was even going to 15 years for $15,000, I was like, no, he needed somebody like me to advise him. Yo, no, bro, no, this one, hey, kill me. Standard record label is 5 years. You understand me? So, those people are about to come. Because, see, if we have the next Shatta Wale, I swear, that person will be too modernized. That will for me gang. Will be sniping, yeah, papa, yeah. And the news, it's happening in America. They are so much elevated that they feel they have money than the government even. So they are running the cities themselves. They are selling drugs. That it's going to be crazy. So that's what I'm saying. We should have a direction of how we can move this. And I believe that's what the Nigerians are using. I've studied it. Like it's the hard work, the discipline, and respect. Then we can have a say to say, okay, that way, Charlie, Sarkodie the best. But strong man, he raps nice. He raps like the way Sarkodie is rapping. But the people on and on, baby, on person catch. But he's going through some things that he wished that it's not like I can tell somebody, but how do you do it? But it's a mistake. Exdo in Chicago, we know everybody that started anything. That's what I'm saying. Daddy Lumba and Machi Dede Kodrenchi have tried so much to find a position for themselves. And it's so beautiful for me. So when I see a Machi, Dede Sports, and I'm like, hey, Charlie, what decided? Because they are musicians who never decided like that. So basically, I think if we have the direction, I can pinpoint. Because now, everybody is trying, you know, all the boys like, you know, it's so fun. But you see, when the next hit song doesn't come in,
that's when you start.
All right.
Thank you so much, Beef Nation President. Now we're going to do the very final one before we say goodbye to you. I'll be introducing one man who has been hosting me for us to talk about this man all the time. MC Barima is next on the seat. Stay tuned, I'll be back. All right, so finally, Showbiz Daily will be coming to an end with MC Barima. I know he's not a regular on Showbiz Daily, but because he's been hosting me and we've been talking about this gentleman so much, he's here, and maybe today what he feels about him, what he knows about him, or better as to the questions he has for him. Let's put it to him and we wrap up.
Bad man, Shatta. All good. There was a story out there that Shatta Wale realized or had to know that this song is going to be a hit song. So let me call this Militants. You know, we're taking over. That was the song. As an artist, how did you know that this very particular song is going to be a hit?
Taking over.
Or let's say generally, this song is going to be a hit. How do you know?
Okay, so it was a feeling that I was recording with. You know, I actually recorded the first verse and I could have continued. But I was like, hey, let me call Capital, let me call Adisel, let me call Joint. I swear the song I recorded be a hit song. I just said it like that because I feel like, hey, look, Ghanaians need something like this. Like, it has not been in the market before. And the way the beat was going, it was so complicated. If you're not smart, you can't write it. You can't write it. Yeah. So, like, hey. And I was hearing that same voice in the song. Because, you know me, I don't know, music actually. Obviously, I'm crazy. So that feeling got to me, and I said that. And after we recorded, the next day, we shot the video. The next day, I actually had to sit on the director to finish editing. The next day, the video was ready, and we just recorded the first day, shot the video the next day, released it the third. Yeah.
That's how taking over was done.
Yeah, quickly.
Back to back like that. Nice one. And then one other thing, I want to know the funny moment ever since you went to Ankafo, the moment that you're just never going to forget about it.
Funny moment?
One moment or funny moment that you went there, you'll be like, wow, I'm never going to forget about
There
this
was no
moment.
funny moment in Ankafo.
Oh, what? No, I want him to reply on that
I
one.
want him to use the English word.
No, memorable is something that he won't forget.
No, Ankafo, everything I saw there, I can't forget.
There wasn't a funny moment in funny moment in Ankafo, like how?
Okay, maybe the fun, maybe if you want to talk about the fun part, was when I was bored and, I actually requested that they gave me a football, because there wasn't anything for you to do there. So the best thing was, okay, the officers came to me and they were like, if everything is, because they, took care of us very well there. So they were like, what do I need? I said, I want to play football. And I didn't know why I said I wanted to play football, because football wasn't, later I said they should bring me an exercise book. I want to write a song, because I didn't know what I was looking for, but the football even, the way they were warning me, Shatta, please don't break your leg, please, we beg you. And they were nice. So it wasn't funny though, but it was like something that I would say was fun, because most of the prisoners there, had not seen like football for like 8 years.
Sometimes I do ask Sammy when we are doing our own, I do ask him, so this Shatta Wale, Wandon, Charles Nyama Mensa, I hate. Has there been a point that you feel like, oh God, I'm tired? No, I'm depressed, I'm stressed out. I don't want to do this again. Because you are always hyped, you are always charged up. Has there been a point you'll be like, I'm so down?
I don't get sad, because I know how to make myself happy. For instance, you see all the houses I have everything. I have some there from where I sleep. Game, a little studio setup, my bedroom, like, so like, I like to have fun. So like, I like play some, my fun is crazy. You understand? Like, when I'm dating a girl, it's a fantasy world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want you to be yourself, I be myself. So I don't know what has ever made me sad. But I would say as human, sometimes I might sit there and go like, oh, I will buy a liquor top. There's something will also tell me that, you have Range Rover, I'm like, okay. So, but I don't really get like sad, and like I see me like this, because I've passed that stage of like
thinking,
worrying, because I've been at a place where one CD was a problem. Now sometimes I can wake up and like, even my car. My car has money, like for himself. So like I say, hey, 5 CD, hey, what did you do? One great thing that happened to me recently, I don't know if I told Sammy.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah,
you told me. Like, money was
I was
so long.
My Benz was packed. I've not driven my Benz for like days. I don't know. I just went to open the back and I saw 50,000 Ghana cedis at the back.
Yeah, he told me.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I was like,
that you didn't even know
I
was
didn't
there.
even know. Like God has made a thing so somebody like, hey God. Because and that period, that period, I needed money to pay for some of my side things. So I was like, hey, 50,000. This is what it is if I had, and I'm not the type that send my boys with my cars and stuff like because of security, so I always keep my cars locked and stuff. So I was like, hey, this if I've sent somebody to go, the person can take this money and I won't know. Plenty money in a rubber bag. So that's what I'm saying, like I know how to sometimes the only thing that makes me more happier is even when I'm driving. Because I drive to places that I've slept before. I've slept on the streets of Accra, like some places, So I drive there and go and park there, and I just light maybe my cigarette or something, and I just smoke and go like, how do you do this? Because that's the thing I've been asking myself to now. How do you do it? Like, because I want to follow the map more and see that, okay, I decided here, and that rules me to, and that's why I'm like this. But I'm trying to get it, and every time God is laughing at me like, the how and when is not your problem, it's my problem. Just go. Like that's what God, I hear from God, like the how would it happen? Oh God, when will I get rich? and you know, that's why, you know, when I have like these three fingers,
Yeah.
it means God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit.
See.
And
So,
also,
so why did you not let it continue like this? Like God the Father, God the Son, but
And you brought this one out.
You let some in.
okay, so with this, I always see it like me.
Okay.
You know, people marry on this finger.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
So that
like,
is you.
that is me.
If someone marries you, this is where the person put
yeah.
it.
So I'm married to the Spirit here, and that's God.
Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. And then,
No, let's do that.
No, but apart from God the Father, it also means like wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, I always tell people, when you have wisdom, you know how to like live with people.
But the three also means wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And at the same time, it means God the Father,
God the Son, God the Holy Spirit,
and then God Himself.
And they are all married to me, because I don't pray and ask God for money.
So in this case, what would be this?
That's God. Overseeing. So God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit is one.
Okay.
The one in three.
Okay.
The three in one.
Okay.
That is God.
Yeah.
God
Bad man.
versus there's a Trinity.
And you are the one.
That's a Trinity. You know, so it got the time when somebody was in Trinity. I said, do you know about it? Don't say Trinity. It's mine, you know. I love Sammy so much because he's been trying to catch up with what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I know if the industry had not like, you know, collided us like in a way, me and Sammy can team up and create, because you know, he used to like, when I heard him taking for Trinity, I was like, let me do that. Because I have a plan on that. You know, because I don't pray to God to ask God money or anything, but with this like 6 things that I'm married to, it brings like miraculous things. I get to places and people are like, oh, Shatta, you know, this man say for opportunity. I say, oh, Shatta, this man wants to say for opportunity. And sometimes I don't understand it. But I think because I've been so closer to him like this, that's why I have a tattoo of God on my body. Yeah, I want to get like him like that on myself, for him to like understand that I've understood the course. You know?
I see.
Okay. Boss, one last question. You sound very, very spiritual. The Both Way song that you did, what was the inspiration? I want to enter into it. And then the Gang community, how did the reception? Are you satisfied with that?
Well, the Gang community has embraced it very well. But Both Way is also a message from God. You know, like I was saying, Ameka meya, awamenga, na meya, agbena meke mau. Mau means God.
Yeah.
Ojendo is a term that we use on the streets, like Jamestown, Kwale,
Yeah.
Boxers are fighting. Ojendo. So Ojendo, say elawu. You know, when bone chuck your neck, sometimes your time taking for it, you know, you want to make sure it doesn't hurt you. So if your person swallow banku kakrana banku. So what I'm just trying to say is that God sent them and they didn't go. Like what I'm trying to tell everybody is that I have a message for the music industry. It has been so long that we still are talking about the same things every time. Like it's time. Like I'm not the one that might take Ghana to the international market, but the direction for us to get to the international market, we need it. Like Sarkodie wants it, Stonebwoy wants it, like everybody wants it, but it's just that people are watching the messenger, they are not listening to the message. And that's the problem.
Nice one. Thank you very much.
And now let me end by saying that if one day you blame me for loving this man, then I don't know what again you want me to do. Who can spend his time about 2 hours sitting on his feet answering different questions from my panel members? If your favorite artist can do this, then it means that there is also love. Shatta, thank you so much. So much love, so much respect for the team. We appreciate your coming here so much. Guys, it has been the best of conversations yet. And I believe subsequently, when issues come up and you want him to address it, we also prepare them, pack them, and get him here to do this. My name is Sammy Flex. If you loved this, be part of the show every day. We are out of here.